Glenn A. Powell. I was an E2, aviation boatswain's mate, plane handler. I was a welder in high school, trying to work as a welder if I graduated or when I graduated. And I heard about the Seabees, and I decided to go to Seabees as a welder. And so I cross-rated to the Seabees in the middle of the ocean coming back from Vietnam. And went to Norfolk where the ship was. And I had to wait until my orders were cut. And then I went to Davisville, Rhode Island, where they had a Seabee base. Oh, I only had 11 years of high school, grade school, high school, 11. Then I got a GED when I was working for the Department of Defense. And when I cross-rated to the Seabees, I went to a welding school. So strange. A teaches basic and B teaches advanced. I don't understand that. But anyway, I went to a welding school and I became certified as a Navy welder. I passed the bend test, stretch test, waterproof test, and a stretch test. And then we did 8 months in Spain. That was when we went to Spain for 8 months at Rota. We working on a enlisted men's club and just whatever project that they had us, the Navy wanted us to do is what we did. We had detachments to 2 or 3 other areas, but I stayed with the main body. And when the Navy says steel worker, they mean steel. Anything to do with metal, you had to know what to do with it. Just trying to get used to all of the other crafts. You had your plumbers, your carpenters. They were called builders. Plumbers were, EA engineering. Plumbers were UTs, utilitiesmen, builders, and then steel workers, SW. EOs, equipment operators, CMs, construction mechanics. They made sure all of the bulldozers and everything else that had to do keeping the motor pool running, so to speak. Well, we would come back from the States, back to the States for 6 months, and there we had combat training because the motto of the Seabees is Constructionis Batatimus, which is Latin for we build, we fight. And that's on top of my Navy ring here. And got a CB on one side. CB's motto is can do. We can do it. We can do it. If we're asked, we can do it. And we had a combat training at Broom Ranch and Camp Pendleton for 2 or 3 days. That's where I got stuck outside the net, but I don't want to sleep outside anymore. Really rugged, really hard because never had anything like that before. They gave me an M16 and a whole bunch of blanks, and we played war games against the Marines. We had to make sure they couldn't come inside the perimeter, so it was our job to keep them out. We had the war games, and it was fun, but you had to be careful because in case you actually had to go and become an infantryman or a rifleman or whatever. That's what that meant. A standard day in the Seabees is just about a 9 to 5 work day, unless you had a night watch. Other than that, though, it's just a 9 to 5 day, and a lot of people, they didn't want to take a 12 to midnight to 4 watch, so they just pay somebody to do it for them with a 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. watch. Just sleep. And they closed down Davisville and home ported MCB 40 or NMCB, Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 40 out in Fort Wayne, California. And then that's when I got my welding school. And then we went to Okinawa for 8 months, and then come back to Puerto Rico. Come back to the States, and then I did 4 months in Puerto Rico. That's when I got out.